At the start of last year, Sam Sulek was an unknown YouTuber. In fact, in the beginning of 2023, he had 1,300 subscribers. 9 months later, and Sam Sulek has become one of the fastest growing YouTube channels ever. It can be easy to look at someone who's growing fast on social media and say they got lucky. But when someone's growing this fast, there's a strategy behind that growth, and it just might be hiding right in plain sight. When I was doing research for this video, I was a bit lost. I've seen people blow up on YouTube in the fitness space like Jeff Nippard, Matt Does Fitness, Will Tennyson, and Jesse James West. But there's something different about how Sam is growing his channel. He's managing to blow up in one of the most competitive niches on YouTube. Fitness has been around for decades, and fitness on social media has been around for years. It's very hard to stand out in this industry, but Sam is doing just that. After closely studying Sam's channel, I've broken down 3 main factors behind his success. If you want to grow your own YouTube channel, start writing down notes because Sam is crushing it and is doing something that has never been seen before. Or has it? Before Sam ever posted a YouTube video, he started sharing his journey on TikTok starting July 25th, 2022. He would get a video that would pop off every so often, but nothing crazy. He was jacked and certainly looked the part, but he needed to find a base of audience of people that he could build upon. This is what a lot of small YouTubers and people on social media struggle with in general. You can make the best videos in the entire world, but if no one's watching them, it won't matter. Sam needed a way to get himself out there and start building that audience. This is when factor number 1 comes into play. It's what I call the testing strategy. I advise that your first 1 to 2 years of making content is you finding your voice. It's figuring out how you want to communicate. That's exactly what Sam was doing. Sam's TikTok videos early on were using humor to communicate a message that was heavily focused on the gym, girls, and mixed with some trending audios. Sam was starting to find his voice of what he liked and what he didn't like. That's the beauty of testing content. You can find the things that you don't like and certainly find the things that you do like. Sam didn't want to be like the rest of the fitness space. Instead, he gravitated towards someone else in the bodybuilding space that was a massive source of his inspiration. This person was someone that was different. Rich Piana was that exact person. Rich Piana was an American bodybuilder who sadly passed away in 2017. He was one of Sam's biggest inspirations, and he often paid tribute to him in his content. Why is Rich Piana such an important part of this equation? Well, it might have left a clue for where Sam was headed and how he was about to blow up on YouTube. Rich Piana had a series called Bigger by the Day. This series was a raw documentation style of Rich's journey to becoming bigger, stronger, and putting on more muscle. They weren't your typical 10 to 15 minute YouTube vlogs. These were episodes. These videos were 30, 40, 50 minutes, even close to 90-minute long videos. This style worked for Rich because he loved educating his audience and speaking to them within his content, which leads me to the next factor, doing what comes natural. I think most people try to copy what other people do on social media because they saw someone else do it instead of listening to how they want to communicate. For someone like Rich Piana, that's how he wanted to communicate. Since that series came out nearly 7 years ago, a lot has happened up until now in 2023. We've seen the TikTokification of social media, the rise of short form content, a change of thumbnails. We've seen people explode on YouTube for doing outlandish things to gain attention, and a lot has changed on social media. See, social media, it works in waves. In the beginning, that style of content with Rich Piana, the vlogs, the rawness, that worked. And then it moved into more of a hyper-edited, overly edited style of content. And now we're on the other end. And Sam might have just found a gap because Sam Sulek is doing what comes natural to him. Sam is a 21-year-old college student. Not only does he not have the time to edit his videos, it doesn't feel natural to have his videos overly produced, and he prefers to have them raw and real. Because one of his biggest idols, Rich Piana, that's how he communicated, and he liked it, and he resonated with it. We've seen the pendulum swing completely to the other side of social media, where you're going to see more of this raw, real style of content. I personally think audiences are exhausted of this hyper-edited content. It's fatiguing them, and that's why he's winning on YouTube right now, along with this final factor, which is causing the algorithm to love him. One problem most people face when trying to make content on social media is getting lost in this sea of content. This is where my shark method comes into play. When you go to a beach and you're standing in the water, right by the edge of the sand, your feet are just within the water, there's thousands of little fish, maybe even more, just swimming around you, and you pay no mind to them. However, when you see a shark fin appear in the water while you're in the water. That gets your attention. Why? Because it stands out. If you want to stand out on social media, you need to be a shark. You need to earn people's attention. Better yet, you need to command people's attention. Otherwise, you're going to be just like all the thousands of fish that are at the bottom of your feet that you pay no mind to, and you're going to get lost in the sea of content and get drowned out in the noise. Sam Sulek is a shark, and it's because he is going against the grain. His thumbnails are not fancy. His titles are not tailored to rank for SEO. He's doing the exact opposite of what you hear being preached on social media, and instead, he's focusing on the one thing that matters the most, which is putting him head and shoulders above of everyone else. The content. The thumbnails, titles, tags, captions, etc. Those are all accessories to your content. Sam has great content. He's providing helpful information for his audience. His personality comes through. He's engaging and he doesn't cut anything out because he's fully transparent. And because of that, the algorithm is favoring him. YouTube values watch time and retention. It's tough to get high retention on longer videos, and it's also tough to get high watch time on short videos. But Sam is creating a series that's allowing him to do both. Get the watch time and the retention. He's taken people on a journey through his bulking phase, and now he's taking people on a journey through his fall cut phase where he's shredding down. This keeps people coming back daily to see his progress and continue to follow along in the journey and watch every video. This is the key to thriving on social media. The more time you can earn someone's attention for, the more the algorithm will help push your content out to newer audiences, and it will help you grow. That is how Sam Sulek has the audience he has. Because they trust him, because the audience is spending their most valuable asset and resource, and that is their time. As a bonus factor, Sam is doubling down on what works. He's found a style that the audience loves, and he keeps giving it to them. However, it might take you a bit to find out that style, and you might have to test some content to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and to figure out how you want to communicate, and figure out what comes natural for you. And once you do, you can look at what everyone else is doing and find a gap where you can go completely against the grain and stand out. Then you double down on the content that works, because once you do, you'll be able to see growth like you've never seen before. I hope this video helped and you enjoyed watching. Massive shout out to Sam Sulek. He's crushing it right now in the fitness space. I personally enjoy watching his content. As someone who's been in the fitness space for the past 6-7 years, it is a breath of fresh air to see someone creating content like he has been. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'd love to hear your input in the comments section below. Did you enjoy this style of video? Do you want to see more content like this? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.